Before we start, I will want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Hockey Hub. When National Hockey League appointed former player Brendan Shanahan as its Senior Vice President of Hockey Operations and Player Safety, the current players began to pay up. As someone who recently retired from the game of hockey, Shanahan knows of the risks players take every time they step into ice, and as such, wanted to make the game safer for the players. With wads of money being lost by both players and coaches, let's take a look at the most costly NHL infractions that have occurred. James Wisniewski. One of the main reasons for the early struggles of the Blue Jackets this season was that they were without one of their best off-season acquisitions, defenseman James Wisniewski, for the first 8 games of the regular season. In a preseason game on September 23, 2011, Wisniewski leveled Minnesota Wild forward Cal Clutterbuck with an illegal hit to the head. For the legal infraction, Shanahan suspended Wisniewski for 4 preseason games and 8 regular season games. The head coach of the Blue Jackets, Scott Arniel, was surprised at how long he was suspended for. It was a lot harsher than I was expecting, but there's not much we can do about it. We got to move forward. They've made their decision. We've already put our best foot forward when it came to our side of the story, and obviously the league felt that. Being a repeat offender, a blow to the head, that was the call needed to be made. Wisniewski ended up forfeiting $536,585.36 of his salary for the suspension. Andy Sutton. Over the last few seasons, the league and its fans are used to seeing Andy Sutton now on the Edmonton Oilers on the NHL's suspension or fine list. That point was furthered when Sutton charged then Carolina Hurricanes forward Alexei Ponikarovsky. Shanahan suspended Sutton for 8 games for the illegal infraction. Edmonton Oilers general manager Steve Tambellini had this to say about Sutton's suspension. "Andy's been a good player for us," Tambellini said. "Unfortunately, he's had a couple of incidents where he's been suspended, but he's been a great teammate, a physical presence, and he's going to have to adapt his game to what the standards are now." When an NHLer has a suspension history, the league will always keep a keen eye on him. This was the case in January when Flames forward Ren Burke elbowed Washington Capitals forward Nicholas Backstrom to the head.
Keep an eye on Backstrom. He's going to take an elbow to the head from Rene Bourque. Bourque given 2 for elbow.
Unfortunately for the Capitals, Backstrom has not returned to the lineup since that hit. Shanahan handed out a 5-game suspension to Burke for the elbow. Backstrom's teammate Alex Ovechkin said it looked like Burke was about to get Backstrom. "It's a hockey game and anything can happen," Ovechkin said. "Sometimes this happens when you don't want to do it, so it looks like he wants to do it." As a repeat offender, Burke ended up forfeiting $203,252.05 of his salary. There is no doubt that Capitals forward Alex Ovechkin has an abundance of offensive talent. With that said, Ovechkin also has a bit of mean streak. The mean streak came out when he illegally hit Pittsburgh Penguins defenseman Zdeněk Michalik to the head. Shanahan suspended Ovechkin for 3 games for the infraction, and Ovechkin opted out of the All-Star game because it occurred while he was a suspended player. Ovechkin said that on the play he was just trying to get himself involved in the game physically. When you skate without hits, you're just skating around, you're not in the game. Ovechkin had to forfeit $154,677.75 for his hit on Michalik. It has been a tough season for Capitals defenseman Mike Green. Green has missed 47 games this season due to injury and is now missing some more, not due to an injury but instead a suspension. Last week, Green delivered an illegal hit to the head of Tampa Bay Lightning forward Brett Connolly. Shanahan handed out a 3-game suspension to the Green for the violation of NHL Rule 48. Luckily, Capitals head coach Dale Hunter is used to having Green out of the lineup. He's been injured, so the team's used to it because of the injury, Hunter said Friday before the league's ruling was announced. He's mobile D. He can go back and get pucks, hook the net. We don't spend as much time in our own end when he's playing because he can skate so well and hook the net and make the outlet pass. Green had to forfeit $85,135.14 for the infraction on Connolly. Flyers forward Jody Shelley is no stranger to playing through a rough style of hockey. Shelley showed just that in a preseason game when he boarded Toronto Maple Leafs forward Daryl Boyce from behind. Shanahan suspended Shelley for not only the remainder of the preseason but also for the first 5 games of the regular season. Surprisingly, Leafs forward Jay Rosehill said he did not really think Shelley was a dirty player after fighting him after the hit on Boyce. I don't know him as being a dirty player. I have never played against him where I had to do something like that. The fact whether it was a dirty hit or not, a guy on my line went down. With our team, guys like that are going to have to answer to somebody. Shelley had to forfeit $67,073.15 of his salary for the legal hit on Boyce. Hockey fans know that Blackhawks forward Daniel Carcillo plays with an edge and walks that fine line between being both a clean and dirty player. Carcillo crossed the line over to the dirty side when he boarded Edmonton Oilers defenseman Tom Gilbert into the boards with a vicious hit. Not only did Carcillo get a 7-game suspension for the boarding on Gilbert, but he was also injured for the season as he ended hurting his knee in the process and thus required season-ending surgery. Blackhawks head coach Joel Quenneville said the following regarding Carcillo in the suspension. His track record probably didn't help him at all, or the fact that Gilbert got hurt. There's a fine line that he's going to have to watch and we're going to have to be aware of as well. He plays hard, so we'll deal with it. For the boarding offense, Carcillo forfeited $66,000 of his salary. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.